Today we are launching the Healing Words book project. It is the result of 6 weeks workshop with female survivors of childhood sexual abuse. There were 14 in total. This project came from actually the women we are working with. They really wanted to have a space, an outlet to express our emotions and feelings, but also kind of learning how to use writing to explore their trauma and use it as a tool for healing. Yes, healing is letting go of what it was and also trusting what it could be, what it be, let it be. Trusting that it could be the life I always knowingly or unknowingly dreamed of. How do I know what healing means? Grief, grieving.
I'd like to take this opportunity to basically say thank you to all the writers who participated in this project. Your courage and your bravery they're inspirational. It was good for the participants to be supported on, was to ensure that they were heard. It's hard in a group, particularly because we did this in person and over Zoom, to make sure everybody is given the right amount of time, eye contact, even just the space to be able to speak and tell their truth. And without further ado, because this is about celebrating you wonderful people, I will welcome the first reader, writer and published author onto the stage.
Fragile, the heart of a forlorn soldier, a rock on its verge of abrasion, the bark of a tree before the axe releases its poison, the mighty earth under the curse of humans. Humans, the result of a mostly successful evolution, the believers of the unseen and atheists of the visible.
Through the 6 weeks that we spent with Global Wordsmiths, which is the organization that we worked with, we really kind of understood that actually to heal and to explore our past and to explore our stories, it demands that we persevere and continue regardless of the hurdles that comes when we, using, this tool, our pen, to write.
For most of my married life, from 1995 until 2010, I suffered from domestic violence at the hand of my ex-husband, who had extreme anger issue and was an alcoholic and a drug user. He was a very manipulative and controlling person. I had 4 boys with him.
I think the biggest accomplishment from being part of a project like this is the actual final ebook or paperback copy. That process of becoming a published author it's such an awesome feeling. And it's even more important and even more of an accomplishment when it's something as difficult as memoir. With memoir, there are always tears, but with something like sexual violence and domestic violence, then that's just increased exponentially.
This project has, as a community and as an individual, I would say contributed a lot, and I can talk about my personal journey. Now I healed. When I'm talking about my trauma, my abuse, my story, I don't feel like I'm getting emotional, I'm getting ashamed of it, I am feeling guilty about it. Tell you, my name is Tina, and I wrote a story, and this is my journey. And this is the journey of healing. This is how I want other people to see, other women to see, so they can come forward and talk about their journey and try to recover from the trauma they had, and they can start the healing process. It might be a small step, but it can lead you to a bigger step in the future. And as a community, I can now go to community and say, look, if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm not just a survivor, I'm thriving.
Unravelling old wounds, awakening scars I once thought were repaired, an external reminder of how my body keeps the score. Every time the past is brought up, my body stiffens, my throat constricts, my voice is lost, my mind goes offline. Buffering, I find I forget how to even breathe. Okay, the things I've learned from this project are to trust my voice and to kind of be confident in my writing. I used to write a lot before, and I've not for a very, very long time. So this was a really nice kind of introduction back to being creative again.
What they do is just fabulous. I mean, they're helping women who've been through a trauma that has impacted a major part of their life, and if not for their healing journey, it continues to impact them for a long time. And they provide free counseling services to women, services that are very crucial and that should be available to everybody who's suffered through a trauma like that.
And it is wonderful that actually amongst those 14 people, on those 14 stories that came out of this workshop, 5 people have decided to actually publish those stories and bring them together. I think healing through writing is one thing, but sharing those stories is another big step. And I'm really pleased that we've been able to create that platform for people to share also those stories. And today we're having this get together with everyone, and some people are going to perform on stage and share some words of wisdom with us about what it is to heal. So I'm very, very grateful for Quetzal, for our founders, for all the participants to have put this project together, and we hope that is not the last. It's our first project in relation to writing, our first funded project, and we hope it's not going to be the last, and we will continue and to create that wonderful platform and have those voices to be heard and come through.